The prophet Jeremiah composed the book of Lamentations shortly after witnessing the siege and destruction of Jerusalem by Babylon in 607 BCE. Jeremiah expresses deep sadness over the catastrophe that befell Jerusalem. The book is organized into 5 chapters, or poems. In chapter 1, the city of Jerusalem is described as a princess who is desolated by her enemies and becomes an abandoned widow and slave on account of her many sins. Chapter 2 reveals that it was Jehovah himself who brought about Jerusalem's destruction. Those who pass by its ruined walls are amazed at the complete devastation. In chapter 3, Jeremiah speaks of the desolate nation as an afflicted man who pleads with Jehovah to remember his pitiable and homeless state. However, Jeremiah shows a waiting attitude and expresses hope that Jehovah will, in his loyal love and mercy, restore the nation. Chapter 4 shifts attention to Jehovah's temple. Although it was once the glorious center of true worship, it was now devastated. Jeremiah relates the horrific conditions, deprivation, famine, and death that existed in Jerusalem during its final siege. Did you know? The first 4 chapters are acrostic poems. In each one, successive verses or groups of verses begin with a different letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Chapter 5 is written from the perspective of Jerusalem's former inhabitants, who have lost their homes and freedom. Jeremiah likens them to orphans without a father, who humbly beg Jehovah for mercy and salvation. As you consider the 5 poems of Lamentations, notice how rebellion brings divine judgment, how repentance leads to divine mercy, and how sorrow will give way to rejoicing under the rule of God's kingdom.